The pixel art game is getting more attention from the player now because this game has so many genres that can be created. With an exploration, adventure, arcade, role-playing game, even MMORPG pixel art game, our team is always trying to give an update of the newest pixel art game mobile. So please help this channel by tapping the like buttons. Please enjoy the video of new pixel art games, top 10 best graphic pixel art games, Android and iOS. Moonstone Island. Moonstone Island. This is most beautiful pixel art games with an adorable storyline between the parents and also the son. But the main story is we will become the best alchemists and save the people around the world. Seriously, this is the best pixel art RPG game mobile that has a very attractive visual. The main gameplay is an open world and we can plant some vegetables, flowers or fruit to make more alchemist ingredients. Once we try to make a great crops, the monster will come and approach us, so we can defend and attack them by a turn-based RPG system. Every action will take an energy and we can fill it up when we move into the new turn. Make sure you're focusing on the music background, it's pretty relaxing, and how the room and building look so amazing in pixel visual. Moonstone Island is the best RPG pixel art Android game high graphic for mobile pixel games. Blossom Tales 2. Crunchyroll's Blossom Tales 2. This is a hidden game of the best pixel art RPG open world on mobile. Seriously, once you have tried the game, then you will fall in love straight away. The control, navigation and how well the storyline is really attractive, and we will find so much dialogue to represent the main mission. We will have activities we can do like playing a minigame and also tournament, explore the beautiful world of pixel art and take some action on jumping from the hill, swimming and also fighting against the monster. In combat, we can use sword and shield to block, try to dodge the attack by tapping the action button and able to do it frequently. Blossom Tales 2 is the best pixel art RPG open world games for Android and iOS, but before you download it, you need special access to play it and become a member. NETHER Dungeons. NETHER Dungeons. This is an action RPG pixel art games with a hack and slash gameplay. So the main game is a dungeon based game where we should enter the dungeon to fight the monster. The stage will be getting difficult once we clear the current stages. So we need to find a hidden area that will be provided with some equipment. We can freely switch the weapon as we wanted and have too many weapons we can select anytime. Once we think it's enough to gain some gold, then we can come back to the village and get new heroes, new pets, skin and new equipment with a better grade like an epic and also legendary weapon. That's why clearing the dungeon is the main mission we can do. Try to reach a deeper area for a stronger monster. This is the best new pixel art action RPG games mobile. The Ragnarok. The Ragnarok. I'm a big fan of Ragnarok pixel art MMORPG games, and every time I heard about the music background of the Ragnarok, it feels so special and suddenly it will bring me back into my childhood era. After I know this game will come to mobile, you will never know how happy I was. But surprisingly, the game looks even better from the Ragnarok PC. The graphics seems quite modern and way more sharp in detail. The game combat mechanism lets the player do an auto-path finding and also combat, so we can play this game casually. The game system is build up the character status base, especially when we reach a new level, then we can add some attributes point. The one thing that I like the most is we can rotate the camera into 360 degrees. And even zoom in and zoom out. This is one of the most played MMORPG pixel art games on Android and iOS. Pixel Heroes Adventure. Pixel Heroes Adventure MMO. I think not many players notice this game, but honestly it has a great potential to become the most played MMORPG pixel art games on mobile. Especially we can play the game easily by tapping the whole game with using one finger, which is the game is portrayed in vertical perspective. This point of view will have a different weakness and strength, so we can't see the area wider, but we can play the whole game easier. I love how the city seems alive with the number of the player active with different looks at all. This all indicate if the game has variation of skin and equipment. In combat, we can tap the auto attack and we just need to move the hero and come closer to the enemies that you want to be targeted. Pixel Heroes Adventure MMO is the best new pixel art MMORPG games Android and iOS. Meow Hunter. Meow Hunter. I love how someone makes a pixel art games with pretty details in visual. The game has a side-scrolling perspective where we only need to use two directions, control a forward and also backward. We should kill all of the enemies that respawn in the room to open the gate. Once we reach the last room, then the boss will wait for us. The boss battle is quite tough, especially when his HP is getting lower, then it will trigger their movement and become unpredictable. We can use melee weapons of axe and also guns, but we need to focus on the ultimate skill of the rocket launcher to deal more damage. In a certain spot, the ability can be upgraded or selecting the different one. Jumping, dashing, and hanging on the edge of the wall is the action we can do to make sure we can survive to the last boss. Meow Hunter is the best new game pixel art mobile high graphic. Reunion Online. Reunion Online Alpha 2D MMORPG. Right now this game is on early access. Not many good things will I mention about this game, need a lot of work to be done. Like in the city, there is a lot of free space that I think the developers should add more stores, citizens and random NPCs. Even the plaza seems quite huge though. The gameplay doesn't look like any mechanism action. Just look at when our hero is attacking the enemy, the sword is not wielding and it makes the hero look like it's just stand still. This is a new MMORPG pixel art game that I think could be better in gameplay because the game's graphics are really good though. DestinySaga. DestinySaga. I feel so lucky to have ever tried this game even though only once. The game really gave a great JRPG vibes with a beautiful music and a great storyline. This is one of the best new pixel art RPG games on mobile if you love to play an adventure in a hack and slash game base. Actually, it's not an open world, but when we get into the dungeon, the area of battlefield is very wide that makes the game have an open world base. Even though we should get into the portal to move into a different location. In combat, we can make a combo within the other partner when we do a switching. Use a certain skill to make a counter attack and make the enemies unbalanced. This is the right time to make a multiple damage to the boss. We can try to destroy any object like a jar or wooden box to obtain a different items or equipment. DestinySaga is the most favorite game pixel art RPG for mobile 2025. River City Girls. River City Girls. This game is truly magnificent. Can you imagine we can play the game on mobile since the game was released on console, which is PS5. This is the best multiplayer pixel art games where we can play in a real time within our friends. This game has an arcade gameplay or beat 'em up, so we'll fight against massive enemies on a battlefield area. Try to make a combination combo by combining two different buttons to deal a bigger damage. Block the incoming attack, jumping, and also we can lift some object and use it to hit the enemies. Once we level up, then the status will be raised up and then we can learn a new ability of attack. I love how we can recruit the enemy to become our team. Before we start the game, we'll get a lot of scenes to deliver the story that looks like a comic visual. Surely we can skip the whole story and go directly to the combat. River City Girls is the best new game mobile pixel art. Wizard of Legend. Wizard of Legend, one of the best premium pixel art games that is pretty worthy to play. It has the next level difficulty of the pixel game. Seriously, it's not for a newbie level. I have a lot of hard time to win the game even when I face the common enemies. Their movement action is really unpredictable. We need a fast-paced level to maintain the combat fighting, especially the arena of the battlefields that makes our action pretty limited. We are so lucky because all of our main skills are on area of effect range, so we can deal as much as the enemy at once. While in the kingdom, we will see some NPC are opening the stall or shop, and we can upgrade the hero's strength and get some items as a supported preparation before we enter the combat. Wizard of Legend is my favorite pixel art action RPG games for mobile. Neon Abyss. Bonus. Neon Abyss. As a bonus, I would like to play this game when it's released globally. Seriously, it has an anti-mainstream look where we play in a cyberpunk concept with a futuristic ambience. This is a side-scrolling game perspective with a gun as our main primary weapon. We can get the gun easily by looting from the monster. I love how easy the game is. We can aim the target easier because of the aim assist feature. We only need to aim for the target that we wanted with our gun and switch the weapon up as we like. Just by pressing and holding the attack button, then we can release the attack continuously. These all are the best pixel art game mobile that I guarantee. It has a great reason to play now. We really need your help to support us by tapping the like buttons. See you on the next video. Thanks.